This is why you keep loving people who just don't love you back. They don't love you or care about you the same way you care about them back. Let them go, girl. And I know you're probably wondering right now, do they love you? Do they care? Do they think about you at night before they go to sleep? Are you the last person they text? Most likely not. You're probably at the bottom of the list. You're the last priority. That goodnight text means nothing. And babes, not because there's something wrong with you, but because when someone actually loves you or when they actually care about you, you're not stuck guessing, analyzing their tone, or replaying conversations in your head. Confusion actually isn't part of this real connection, or whatever label you decide to put on it because you don't want to admit the truth or see reality for what it is. The truth of the matter is that your body is picking up on inconsistencies that you are too afraid to admit to yourself out loud because you think this is the best thing God has ever given you. And we're not going to slander God's name like that. Most people think they stay attached because they love deeply. Okay, but that's not the case. A lot of attachment isn't love. It's actually anxiety mixed with hope. So when someone is hot and cold with you, your nervous system never relaxes. One day they're close, the next day they're distant. In turn, your body stays alert, waiting for the right moment when things start to feel okay again. You know, like a roller coaster ride. We are not on the ride. The thing is that the waiting period that you're in, aka the roller coaster ride of waiting when their mood is gonna be okay again, that you're not gonna be walking on tippy toes around them again, this loop creates obsession. Not because the person isn't, wow, amazing, oh my god, you never seen some beauty like this, wow, but because your nervous system is stuck in a loop, okay? A loop of stress. When they pull away, your chest, it tightens and your thoughts start to go crazy. Like you are overthinking like crazy, right? You start wondering what you did wrong, whether they lost interest in you, whether you found another girl, whatever, you know, she found another guy, whatever, whatever found, no, where everybody is playing around, okay? I need you to understand that that feeling is anxiety, okay? It is not butterflies, they are anxiety. And then when they finally reply or show you 1% of affection that you gave them, oh my God, you see the sun, you feel alive again. It's like God himself came down and pumped your heart back up and you feel like, wow. But here is the trap. That calm wow feeling that you have is actually your brain programming you to link that feeling to them. So the moments where you feel down, like the roller coaster ride I told you about, you feel like, oh my God, the world is ending. Then they text you to give you 1% of affection back. You feel like you're on top of the world, right? That is the toxic cycle loop I am trying to tell you that you are most likely stuck in. I'm sorry, I have to tell you, you are stuck in. So now your body believes that this person is a source of relief for you, a relief of pain, a relief of anxiety, even though they're actually the source of that pain and of that anxiety. That's how attachment forms. You're hooked on action the moment the discomfort loops in a cycle. You are stuck in that matrix, babe. You are stuck. Come out of it, you are stuck. Your nervous system starts chasing those small moments of connection the same way it would chase anything that brings relief after stress. Kind of like a nicotine addiction. That's what's happening here. That's why you keep thinking about them, checking your phone, replaying moments you guys had together, and struggling to let go, even when you know the situation is not good for you. This is also why when you get into a healthy relationship or meet someone healthy, they feel boring to you. When someone is finally consistent with you, clear and emotionally available and not unstable, your body doesn't get that rush of adrenaline you had with, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Toxic. Because there's no guessing game, there's no emotional high or low like the roller coaster ride I told you about. There's no stress to resolve, there's no hidden mystery, there's no puzzle. So your brain tells you that there's no spark, but that's a trap. That's a trap. There is a spark, okay? Come back, get down. And then what happens? Your body chooses someone who is not the most healthiest for you. And of course, what do you expect? You know, it's not something you were used to. Your body chooses what feels normal. Normal meaning, if love in early life came with stress, mood swings, that chaos I told you about, the whole emotional battlefield, then stress now feels like a connection to you. But like I said, it is a trap. Okay, a trap. And guess what? to make matters worse, if you grew up around emotional unpredictability, as in everything is a guessing game, okay? One person is angry, one person is crying, one next minute they're happy, next minute they're like, you're walking on eggshells. Like, this is a battlefield of emotions. Your nervous system learned to connect love with chaos, love with toxicity, love with something that makes you feel unsafe. Calm doesn't feel like love at first when you meet your first healthy person. It feels unfamiliar because, of course, you never experienced it before. Another part that people avoid facing is that most of the time you're not attached to who the person actually is. You're attached to the version of them you saw in good moments. Very small good moments. Okay, let's not get it twisted. And whatever version you imagine in the future of yourself being with. Your brain replaced the sweet days, the apologies, the baby, I'm so sorry, the baby, come here, the blah, blah, blah. That's what your brain replaced, okay? And ignores pattern of confusion and emotional distance. Basically when they treated you like crap, okay? That hope in them keeps you invested long after reality has already shown you who they are. You've seen it, babes. You know. Take my hand. You know. Real love doesn't keep your nervous system in a panic state. Real love is not that emotional battlefield that you were used to growing up as a kid. You don't feel sick waiting for replies. You don't feel anxiety based on their emotional response or undertone of what they say to you. Take my hand as I say this. Healthy connection feels stable. It doesn't feel perfect, but it feels boring at first because you are recovering, babes. If someone leaves you feeling anxious, more than they leave you feeling at peace, your body is telling you something is wrong. Whoa. Something, red alert, something is wrong. And it's not because you're too sensitive, no matter what they try to tell you when you voice how you feel. And you are not asking for too much. I need you to get that thought out of your head too. You are not asking for too much. What is actually happening is that relationship is not secure and it is not good for you, babes. It's not good for you. And here's what changes when you actually start healing and accepting what is happening. That person who once felt like the love of your life, who once felt so exciting, begins to feel so draining. They begin to feel like energy vampire, basically. And the people who feel calm start to feel more attractive to you. You're going to be looking at them like, okay. Nervous system stop chasing emotional chaos and starts choosing peace. That's when relationships stop feeling like emotional roller coasters and start feeling like something you can actually breathe in. If you keep loving people who don't fully show up for you, there's nothing wrong with your body just loved through anxiety growing up. Anxiety is not passion, it's conditioning. And once you unlearn it, the whole experience of love changes. It changes, babes. It changes. It really does. It gets quieter. It gets easier. There is so much at the other side of the rainbow. Please release your shackles. If you enjoyed this week's video, I know I missed out last week. I am so sorry. For my biggest supporter, Yuzar, I know you're watching. I am so sorry. I am back this week. Okay, we're gonna stay consistent. If you want to be part of the Studio Fam gang, where we explore emotional depth, emotional connection, and we are basically removing all the bullshit that was in the past, doing a clean slate, and we're trying something new. Remember to subscribe, like this video, and share it with any one of your friends who you think may need to watch this video and take in the advice, okay? Also, my social media is right here. Feel free to join the Studio Fam family on Instagram. It is still growing, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, okay? And you're gonna wish you were part of the gang in the early stage. Until next time, babes.